Edit. We just edit it
You'll
all
edit
out.
it.
Edit. No, we can look at each other.
Okay, good.
I mean, if you want to look at the camera, you can, but you can look
I'll be
at
like-
I mean, your hair is fabulous, so you don't have to continue. Just look at me.
Waiting for a purple.
Mine, not so much. Not so much. Everybody wants to see all the flaws. And just look at me. Exactly. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are here at Bio, and I am with a very special guest and a colleague, actually. We share a few clients together. Her name is Emma, and she's with ramarketing. Hi, Emma. How you doing?
Hi, lovely to be here with you, as always.
As always, we saw each other at CPHI, and now we're here at Bio in Boston.
We are.
How's the show going?
It's been great, really great. It just feels very vibrant.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people, lots of opportunity, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been speaking to a lot of different organizations on the floor, and I think even though that's been a weird, challenging, strange time for all of us, the floor has been buzzing. Do you feel the same?
Absolutely. I think people are still talking about uncertainty. They're still talking about what is happening at the sort of macro level, but patients need medicine. We have to keep going.
Yes. That mission's not going to go anywhere. Thought it'd be kind of fun for us to just talk about the things that we're seeing and we're hearing here at the show. Tell me what little things that you might be seeing or hearing at the show that you find are interesting.
I think generally people are trying to figure out a way forward, okay, from an industry perspective. They want to progress. We need our global supply chain. There's all sorts of political challenges, but mostly people are getting on with business. They're having to. There are some pockets where perhaps it's more challenged. I think I've heard people talk about how challenged cell therapy is because funding isn't necessarily flowing. It's also highly complex. The patient populations are small, that kind of thing. But actually, when you look at the exhibit hall and you look at the footprint of people, the number of partnering meetings people are having, I suppose I've said this a few times in the last, 6 months, but there's cautious optimism, but it has to be sensible. So when it comes to the marketing side, it's unusual probably at the moment for a client to go, I'm going to spend, multiple six figures with you on the off. They're probably more likely to go, let's just try something. Yeah. Let's do something cool together and let's see if we can get some good results. And then it's easier to position it for the future.
I do enjoy the fact that the show is still representing something that I don't know if the politics of the world represent anymore. I think there's still a lot of togetherness at Bio, and I don't really feel like everybody else understands that that's not going away, right? We're all still here to work together. We're all here for one big mission. Yeah. So yes, I think we're going to stay optimistic, cautiously optimistic.
Definitely. I've got a question for you though.
Okay, please.
So tell me, what do you think the biggest challenge is for our clients to stand out in that exhibit hall?
Share an opinion. Everybody sounds exactly the same. They all have a bullet list of what they do and how they do it. But if you really want to stand out, you need a story. I think storytelling is extremely important in this space, and a few people I've spoken to have shared that with me as well. Otherwise, the science just feels like it's just the science. It doesn't really have a purpose. So again, if you have a business out there that you want to stand out, I say tell a great and compelling story and share an opinion, because people want to get to know you, want to learn about how you guys operate, and I think the only way to do that is actually to show some personality and just get out there.
I agree, and also I think it's you can create beautiful visuals and great positioning, but if your people who those clients meet don't represent that brand, that's also not going to be great. Yeah. So you have to make sure everything's aligned. On
the topic of alignment, have you found anything on the floor that really brings it all together? And you can shout out your own work too. I'm pretty proud of my team's work. You guys, I know you're watching this, so yes, I'm very proud of the team's work as well. But is there anything that you feel like that you have felt like, all the elements really came together strong?
Yes, I think so. And some of it actually isn't anything that we've done, but we know the client really well.
Yeah.
But when you come across a brand that's really, really beautiful, so I know that you're you have very strong opinions about this stuff. But I'll mention this particular client, Mabion, who have this beautiful dark blue booth and beautiful wood. Okay, so it's really striking. But then when you meet the people, you get a real sense of warmth. Yeah. And I think that's the point, isn't it? You get a sense of, you don't just look at the brand and go, okay, that's really nice. Actually, you meet them and go, I feel it. And that's so important. It's actually really hard to do.
Yeah.
So that would be my view.
Okay. Yeah, I call the strategy smarketing. It's when sales and marketing are working the best together. I mean, other people have used this term before, but just kind of in fun. I do think that it's important that if marketing and sales are very, very well aligned, then when you do see a brand from afar and you walk up and the people there are representing it so well, you feel like it all works together. And it's not even just like the subliminalness of it all. It's like that's how you want to interpret that business's like responsibility. How are they going to approach the business with you? How are they going to take on the work? Are they going to be transparent? transparent? Are they going to be accountable? And so there are things that when you see a company from afar and you're like, that's super slick, it has to be, the payoff has to be when you show up and talk to the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think for our own businesses, we have to do the same, right?
Absolutely.
So there has to be a sense that you see a brand and you go, okay, I can get a sense of how it's going to feel to work with these people and when I meet them.
If you don't get a sense of what it's like to work with Emma by just seeing her from afar, it's like the payout is good when you actually get a chance to finally meet her. I wore this shirt. No, but I wore this shirt on purpose today, so we would kind of sort of like maybe combine some stylistic approaches here. Let's just say about the industry as a whole, just kind of thinking about bio and maybe into the 2025, 2026. Is there anything that you're looking forward to coming down the pipeline?
What I'm really hoping for is more stability.
Yeah.
Because I just think the industry needs a break.
Yeah,
it just
does.
needs to have recovered from the post-COVID slump and just start to do the things it does so well. And we're seeing the green shoots of that, but I think it needs a break now. Just like, let's just settle on something so everyone knows what they're dealing with, and let's get on with it.
So I'm a big fan of some of the progress that's being made in certain cell therapies and gene therapies, and that is actually part of your background too. When I've learned about, one treatment can actually cure something, I've also heard that maybe you're not supposed to use the word cure, but I want to, because I want to be optimistic about certain things. But there are all sorts of things going on right now in the cell and gene therapy space where it's true. It sounds like it's science fiction, but it's not. It's true life science. And they're getting to this place where it's one treatment and that actually could help a person come back to maybe a normalcy in life.
But then that also presents a challenge, doesn't it? If you think about the way the industry is set up, because it's complex, it's often personalized or very specific. The patient populations are very small, and I think the industry struggles with that model.
So we're both in the marketing world and both in life sciences. So maybe do you have any advice for folks that are just getting started in the marketing space or the communication space and would like to work in our industry?
So it depends where you've come from, I guess, because for me, I've come from a scientific background and spent many years in clinical development, and I found the whole idea of being able to help a company grow and be commercially successful really exciting, because so how you can do that with marketing is you can do it at any level. So if you've come through the science background, you can get into content writing and creative writing. But if you come from an arts background, you can also then get entrenched in an industry like ours and really, really get deep. My advice would be, and it always is when I talk to any kids at school, it's like find the things that you really love and then do what you can to uncover them in the world of work, because we all have to work for most of the time. So you might as well love what you do. Whereas I think we get a bit fixated, it's marketing, therefore it means this. I'm like, no, actually, it means so much more. It's just unpicking that a little bit.
Absolutely.
And being brave, taking a brave decision. I took a brave decision, right? I left the compliant environment to come and run an agency, and a load of my peers went, what are you doing? And it's the best thing I've ever done.
It's so much fun.
Exactly, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I feel like there's a couple of things I would probably say to new grads. Number one, be very proactive. Just try. If a lot of people are telling you no, just find a way. And if no one is giving you the opportunity, make the opportunity yourself. So don't wait around for people to say, okay, you have to go get a formal job first to get the experience. It's a catch-22. So a lot of agencies out there will look for people that have a lot of proactivity. And if you're right out of school and you show me you have a great folio of any sort, I'd be very excited to look through that and see what kind of steps they're taking to try to find themselves in that industry, in that role. And the other thing is just like, again, experiment and try. Just try a whole bunch of things and don't be afraid to. I don't like the environments where they're like, stay always in your lane, that's my personality. Some folks do have a very specific kind of expertise, but even within that area, you can still try a whole bunch of different things. So you're in design, but what have you tried illustration? Have you tried anything else around videography, or even getting here on social media and trying different things there? So I'm like, just experiment, And then just network, just come to these shows and just get to meet people and just talk to them. You don't understand how many doors can open just by saying hello.
That's such a good point, because I remember my mum used to say to me, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And of course, when you're entrenched in education, what you think is it's all about what you know. And clearly, so many decades later, you go, she was right, however much I didn't like that. But it's so true. It's like connect with people, because people buy from people and they employ people. So.
They don't hire companies. You hire people.
That's right. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, so Em and I actually do work together. We have a few shared clients, and this is a very collaborative environment, very collaborative industry. So you have agency to agency work that we do. Some of us have really great expertise in very niche areas, and I think some of us have some really complementary talents. So we're very excited to have a chance to work with you and get you a chance to see you here at Bio.
So
thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yes. For everybody out there, please follow Raw Marketing on LinkedIn. You'll also find Emma. How could you miss her? at any show as well, but also here on LinkedIn. So again, thank you for joining us here at Bio in 2025, and we hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.